Okay, first exercise we're going to work on is the kettlebell standing isometric exercise. I actually learned this exercise from Athlete X, and it's an excellent way. I don't know why I have the phone so close to my face. It's an excellent way to work on your core and activate your core muscles. And like with any exercise, nobody can tell you to work hard or not. You have to determine for yourself what amount of effort that you have to put into it to get the amount of it's not satisfaction, the amount of earned effort you get back from it. But it is kind of satisfying to put yourself under a little bit of physical stress. Not too much. You start small and work your way up from there. You don't start at the Arnold Schwarzenegger level. And of course, my end goal is not even to look like that. I'm just you can see here, I've got like muscle on my leg. I've got a little bit of muscle on my arm, and I've got muscles developing in my back, and the whole concept is just to build up my structural muscles first back to a normal healthy level, including the back muscles, because they're like some of the most underutilized muscles, including your lower back. And then from there, if I could go out and run 3 miles or increase my weightlifting techniques, that would be great, but that's not the end goal. The end goal is to put myself back on a level where my body can support itself. So with that, let's do the isometric exercise. You pick it up. And then my kettlebell is 35 pounds, so I just hold it at my side here for 35 pounds. And this is a good alternative to the kettlebell walk. And then you just hold it here for as long as you want to hold it for it. It's up to you to determine how long you wish to hold it at your side. The reason I'm talking slow and pronouncing my words a little bit slower is so I can order my thoughts and get them out there correctly instead of talking very quickly and trying to organize my thoughts and talk really fast. So, and your feet placement is very important as well. You can stand a little in like this, and then it pulls a little further down like that, and then you just hold it up. Or you can stand just normal, and it kind of evens it out. And it's really all up to you. I prefer to stand a little more narrow-footed, so I can hold it up right here. And let's see how long I can hold it for. Yeah, before I have to switch hands. As usual, it doesn't go right to my core first. It actually affects the muscles in my arms, and that's what feels it first. Normally, when I do this, I just stand here with my eyes closed and just try to process my day. But we'll talk a little bit about my day. So I spent some of the day running around my work. As I've told you guys before, I work in IT, so I was just picking up toners and walking them across the campus. Now, in my campus, there are 3 buildings, and there's a large park separating them. So we have a new courthouse and an old courthouse, and we have another building across the park that we go to sometimes if we need to solve printer problems or Odyssey type problems, which is a program that courts use to order their cases, help people find cases, help people process cases, stuff like that. It's called the Odyssey program. So I had to run across the campus this morning and pick up some toners from the administration building. So I figured, it's like 105 degrees outside, and we're still going through a heat wave, so I'm not going outside anytime soon. So I just did it in the morning, brought it back, took care of a couple of user issues, And then I just proceeded to cable up the jury selection room is where I work. There's a jury selection room where a bunch of people come in and they determine whether I think they're good for juries or not. I'll switch hands here. So yeah, there's only 2 users sitting in that room, but man, when I got to look at the cabling, it was a mess. It was a mess on a serious level. They had I've seen this almost everywhere I've worked in there, where they have all the power cables bundled in with the data cables. And I'm not sure who did that, but it's not supposed to be like that. Maybe it was done as a quick job just to set everything up real quickly. I'm not sure. Excuse me. I have it standing here. So I'm trying to get into the habit to look at the camera, but with ordering my thoughts, I just find myself looking in other directions. It's really bizarre. So with that, I took like an hour to cable up the manager's desk, and they were fine with it. They didn't have anybody there, so I just took my time and did it right. They have these keyboard mounts to their desk, and it's a good idea, but it gets in the way of setting up proper cabling, so I had to figure out a way around it. Then I ran out of cable anchors, and that was kind of irritating. So finally, when I get to the other desk, I just pulled everything back as far as I could and separated the power cables. And then I just coiled everything back as far as I could and just made it look neat. It's pretty much all you can do when you can't run cables in a certain direction. After that, I kind of had a huge headache. We had the AC fail at work, so it was really, and I mean really hot in there. It's like Houston, Texas hot. So yeah, and it was inside too, and then they have these like wide windows where the sun just beams right in, and that didn't help any. So yeah, that took me a little while, almost 2 hours. I'm getting better at it. At least try to trim it down to like at least an hour a user or an hour a desk. Sometimes they just have so many cables, and you're looking at it, and it's just like the Matrix, and it's just like, man, what are you looking at? And how can anybody leave a production environment like this? So, I get a lot of experience cleaning it all up and trying to figure out how to run stuff. Definitely helps with my level of consciousness, and definitely helps with my skill, just practicing and working at it, plus having the right equipment. The standing concept I have at work is like the day of bread ties are over. So using bread ties to cable equipment, it's not very professional, it's not very clean looking, so yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on. Let's look at the video time here. So it's about 8 minutes in. I'm going to pause and start another video as soon as I put this down. I'm going to put it down soon here. Put it down right now. So I'm going to start another video, and I'll see you in about a minute or two. Just take a minute or two to cool down, and then start working on my core again. I usually do 3 or 4 sets of these just to activate my core, because like I've got a stomach that protrudes out, but the muscles themselves are actually like there. So I definitely got a lot of work to do on it just to burn all the weight off and bring my weight down and survive another decade. So with that, I'm out, and I'll see you in a few minutes.